Might use this crisis to perhaps rethink the way dividends are paid, the dividend disposal process, looking at to ensure that we facilitate that each and every company will be able to pay its dividends through electronic means, M-Pesa or whatever. But also another alternative that we must explore is to facilitate that the dividend may be redirected back to the brokerage account of the through the stockbroker, so that it can be reinvested, and we can reduce the level of dividends that go astray. That was a key challenge in terms of the developments of electronic solutions to the stock market that we faced, and we hope that as an industry we can come together and think about how we can change that. The other key challenge that we are faced is on investor education. I think I got a statistic that the average age of investor in the stock exchange is 52 years, which is exactly my age. So you can imagine that we are probably losing a whole generation of Kenyan investors. It's my prayer that through these electronic innovations, we will be able to reach out to these new and young investors. But particularly the key challenge we found when we tried to interact with the digital sector is that the level of investor education among the Kenyan young is extremely low. And as an industry, we need to come together on a concerted effort to enhance the level of investor education so that we can bring the younger and new generation of Kenyans into the stock market. In conclusion, I would like to call upon the Kenyan investors to embrace the use of technology in investment. In times of crisis, people tend to save more rather than spend because of the uncertainty of the future. I would like to request that the Kenyan investor out there direct their investments towards the stock market using these new innovative solutions that have now been developed. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Mwai. You don't look 52 years of age. You look considerably younger, but I like the challenge that you're giving to the investors. Why should this market be dominated by people who are 52 years and above? At least I can say for sure, I'm not the youth, but neither am I 52. So if you're with me, hashtag me, investing goes digital. You know, our room participants, you have to join me. Hashtag. If you're watching us online, I really need you to tell me where you're watching me from. Even record your voice. I just want to hear your voice. It's very hard. I'm a sanguine. I must be able to engage. I want to hear your voice. Tell me where you're watching us from so that we can be able to engage and make this day amazing for all of us. Next, we invite Mr. Sam Kimani. He is the chairman of the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Welcome, Mr. Kimani.
Thank you, Bida. Maureen Baka, the CAS, Ministry of ICT Innovation and Youth Affairs, Mr. James Degwa, Chairman, Capital Markets Authority, Mr. Shamia, Wycliffe Shamia, who is the acting CEO of the CMA, Jeff Odundo, CEO of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, Mr. Charles Ogalo, Chairman CDSC, Bob Karina, the Vice Chair of the NSE, Paul Mwai, the Chairman of CASIB, and all our guests, good morning. I think I'm at this point quite proud to be a Kenyan because I think, looking around the world, I think we are some of the most adaptable people. Very innovative. In the last 2 months, we have had this crisis of COVID. Kenyans have moved to having meetings online. I've attended, at the NSE, we haven't missed a single meeting. In fact, we are having more meetings now, I think, because people are working from home. We end up having 100% attendance. We have got a launch like this. And we are able to, I've just seen even big companies like KCB having their AGMs, and very quickly develop and experiment new concepts and applications that can gradually be introduced into users' everyday lives. I think the mobile, actually in this room right now, I think everybody is holding a mobile, hoping you are listening to me, because I can see everybody is on one. But, and you know, looking at a mobile as a shop, you then end up having 30 million shops you can sell your products through. The possibility to create applications that exploit these characteristics open the way for the next generation of mobile applications. Over time, things have changed for the better. Online trading has removed barriers within the industry. It means that the markets are more transparent today, faster, more convenient, and provide immediate access to financial information. Today, our country and the entire world is fighting a health crisis, and there has been a need to put in place measures to support trading in the market while ensuring that we adhere to the health protocols laid down by the government. The board of the NSE has undertaken strategic measures to ensure local and foreign investors have uninterrupted access to capital market services in Kenya. Guided by this commitment, we commissioned the upgrade of the NSE app to incorporate advanced features aimed at ensuring investors continue to access and invest in the stock market remotely through the application. Through the NSE app, investors will be able to access real-time stock prices, corporate actions, announcements by listed companies, direct access to our licensed trading participants, and ample knowledge-building opportunities such as research tools, online news, and price feeds from the NSE. Equally, it will increase liquidity of listed stocks through promoting investment from domestic investors significantly. The platform contributes highly to the growth and reach of the NSE, strengthening our place in sub-Saharan Africa as an innovation hub. Justifiably, the time is ripe for mobile trading. This is sustained by two things. One is the ever-changing customers who appreciate efficiencies of technology, the disruptive mobile technology having propelled Kenya's transcendence as a stronghold of digital revolution in Africa. Mobile trading could be Kenya's new investment frontier in the brokerage space. I would like to encourage our trading participants who are yet to embrace mobile and online trading to take up the challenge and reap the rewards in this fast-paced industry. Over the past 5 years, the NSE has made investments into its technology capabilities to support the trading of various asset classes listed at the NSE. The NSE, in partnership with the national government and other stakeholders, was the first exchange in the world to launch a mobile traded government infrastructure bond, that's the Makiba. I'm delighted Madam Maureen Baker, the Chief Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs, to officiate our launch today. Your ministry has demonstrated astute leadership in guiding the country through the fourth industrial revolution, where the fusion and utilization of technology is driving growth across various sectors of the economy, while creating opportunities for Kenyans. In our new strategic period at the NSE for 2020 to 2024, we seek operational excellence through improving operating efficiencies, optimizing cost, enhancing innovation, strengthening enterprise risk management and compliance to ensure effective market oversight in order to effectively and efficiently deliver our brand promise to investors, customers, and other market players. Last but not least, I would like to thank all our investors and stakeholders present today both physically and online, for exuding confidence in the exchange at the heel of the financial crisis. By the way, the exchange, we have had a very good 2 months. The trading has continued, and we are seeing a lot of movement from, as the foreign investors exit the market, we are seeing the local investors taking advantage of that. The price, as the prices have come down, they have really been active in the market. I want to assure you that the NSE is committed to continue offering investors a wide variety of investment instruments for varied investment needs. We believe this platform will become the primary interface to stay abreast of global markets and domestic economic performance, as well as provide continuous insights to opportunities for portfolio rebalancing. We thank you all for attending this launch today. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam, for that, for the kind words. Keynote, the mobile is a new financial supermarket, right? The opportunities are there. If anyone is listening, Sam has said the prices have come down, and that's the right time to buy, isn't it? And what does the mobile give us? It gives us an opportunity, even if you're locked out of Nairobi, to access the market from wherever you are. Allow me to invite our next speaker, that is the chairman, Capital Markets Authority, to come and let us know what the authority has done to facilitate digital platforms. Karibu, Chairman. We are cognizant of COVID-19, so we make sure that our surfaces are clean.
Thank you, Kani. I was also hoping to be told I don't look 52. Whether I look more or less, I'll leave it to you. Our chief guest, the CAS of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs, Madam Maureen Barker, Chair and Vice Chair of the NSE, fellow chairpersons from the CDSC and CASIB, Chief Executives of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, CMA, CDSC, CASIB, valued sponsors of today's event, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, participating physically and virtually. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is safe and well. On behalf of the Capital Markets Authority, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you, physically or virtually, to this collaborative event at which we shall launch the NSE mobile application, an online trading platform, and also deliberate on interventions to mitigate the adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic on our capital markets, the opportunities and strategies for continued growth and sustainability. Thank you all of you for taking the time from your very busy schedules for this event. We especially appreciate our chief guest, the CAS, Madam Barker, for being with us today. CAS, your presence really emphasizes the support we receive from the government on all our various areas of operations. Now, today's event is timely as it reaffirms Kenya's place as an innovative technological powerhouse in the global financial market space, this time with an antidote to the limitations of physical trading securities imposed by the social distance measures in place to manage the current pandemic. As the chair of NSE said, during the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been essential to embrace different innovations and new ways of working, many of which I believe will permanently change the way in which we operate in future, even when this situation is finally behind us. In the same light, I think the NSE mobile application, which we are launching today, will enable enhanced retail capital markets uptake while facilitating compliance with social distance guidelines in terms of working or investing remotely or from home. Longer term, it offers the opportunity to transform client onboarding, trading, clearing, settlement, and payment within the capital markets and consequently increase trading volumes and market liquidity. The Capital Markets Authority further expects that in time, this approach will be extended to apply in primary equity, IPOs, and debt issuances through e-prospectuses, or should I say M-prospectuses, as well as for collective investment schemes. After all, Kenya is not just a hotspot for innovation and technology, but Kenyans themselves, as users, have proven extremely adept at embracing technology and the opportunities that it offers. Ladies and gentlemen, we project that post-COVID, there are several opportunities. While many stock markets have declined substantially, it can be demonstrated that in various instances, the extent of decline is not commensurate with the fundamentals of the particular businesses and was driven more by panic. There is therefore an excellent opportunity for long-term investors to take advantage of underpriced shares and realize future capital gains and dividend payments. Globally, you'll have seen in some markets, particularly the US markets, sharp recoveries. And I understand last week, I think in the US, they realized over $3 billion in proceeds from IPOs, and talk has returned of a V-shaped recovery. Further, the reality is that some of the businesses have expanded and grown in value due to their particular product or service being in high demand in response to COVID-19. This growth in value will be recognized by the market and in time will be reflected in their share prices. Indeed, as chairman of NSE has said, it's been a good 2 months for the NSE, and I think even looking at the board, I think there are more greens than red, and that says a lot. Now, beyond these immediate challenges, Kenya's ambitious economic plans and strategies mean that businesses will continue to need capital to finance their expansion. And at the authority, we humbly submit that market-based financing would be the most ideal and provide a perfect opportunity for the capital markets to play their role in mobilizing savings for long-term and productive investments. Ladies and gentlemen, having regard to some of the subjects to be considered by the panels this morning, I wish to take the opportunity to highlight some key areas of intervention from the authority's perspective that may be of interest to you. Firstly, the authority's management has just finalized a post-COVID-19 recovery strategy aimed at restoring growth driven through innovation, sustainable and responsive regulation. The draft document has recently been reviewed by the Capital Markets Master Plan Implementation Committee and will be presented to you as stakeholders to deliberate on during the second panel session, after which the matter will then come to the Capital Markets Board to be considered for implementation. Secondly, the authority has adopted flexibility in its regulatory mechanism in allowing extensions for submission of audited financial statements and electronic publication of financial statements by listed companies on their websites. Third, the authority has allowed the payment of dividends and continuation of major business transactions, such as the appointment of auditors by listed companies, subject to future ratification at annual general meetings. And more recently, with others, we have obtained a court order to facilitate listed companies who were restricted by their articles of association from holding virtual general meetings to do so, subject to non-objection from the CMA. And indeed, as NSE Chair has said, a couple have already held very successful virtual general meetings. Fourth, we continue to submit policy proposals to the National Treasury and to work very closely with the National Assembly to mitigate the impact of the Tax Laws Amendment Act 2020, which reversed past tax incentives, while advocating for the retention of existing tax incentives, particularly to support market-based financing by micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSEs. And last but not least, I can report with delight that the Capital Markets FinTech Regulatory Sandbox has proven a great success, even by international standards, and we can look forward to transformative solutions, products, and services emerging from the growing list of participants in this facility. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I wish to assure all concerned that even with this renewed focus on market deepening, the authority will continue to ensure that our other mandate, market oversight, receives equal emphasis. Thank you all for your attention, and let's do our part collectively to keep Kenya moving, succeeding, and prospering. Thank you and be safe. Investing goes digital. It's now my pleasure to invite the Chief Administrative Secretary, Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs, Madam Maureen Barker, to deliver her keynote speech. Karibu Waziri.
Good morning. My name is Maureen Barker, the CAS at the Ministry of ICT, Innovation and Youth Affairs. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this morning. Now to my speech. The chairs, NSE, the Capital Markets Authority, the chairs of CASIB, CDSC, the CEO of the NSE, Mr. Geoffrey Odundo, all chairs, vice chairs, CEOs present. Sponsors, exchange traders, invited as well as virtual guests. A very good morning to you all. I am sincerely delighted to preside over this event this morning, an event that marks the launch of the NSE's mobile and online shares trading application. The launch of the app is a very important occasion because it is a testament to the NSE's innovative approach in remaining attractive, competitive, and resilient in the digital space. I take this opportunity to commend the NSE for quickly adapting to the changing times, which, as you all know, have been influenced by the coronavirus global pandemic, which affects our nation as well. The launch of the app today no doubt serves as a gateway to online and mobile channels for trading participants and is truly a milestone. It is encouraging to learn that the NSE has been in the front line of innovations and is a model to other stock exchanges in Africa. The government commends such strategies which place special focus on enhancing technology, innovation, financial inclusion, and financial literacy across the private sector players in the country. Indeed, last year, we saw the NSE successfully upgrade to the automated trading system to improve on efficiency. We noted this development and hope that with the introduction of the app today, the investor experience and quality of service will be enhanced as participants trade from the comfort of their remote locations. The introduction of the app is consistent with the government's strategy to entrench a digital economy in the country. As you may be aware, in May last year, the President launched the Digital Economy Blueprint, which focuses on achieving Vision 2030, which is the country's development blueprint, and the Big Four Agenda, which is the government's development plan towards achieving Vision 2030, all with ICT as a key enabler. The 5 pillars that drive the blueprint are digital government, digital business, infrastructure, innovation-driven entrepreneurship, and the development of digital skills and values. The blueprint is part of the government's efforts to entrench ICT in all aspects of our lives and enable the private and public sector to leverage on technology to provide solutions which increase efficiency, consistency, and transparency to improve on society's standards of living. As government, we want to assure you that we are committed to facilitating and protecting ICT investments in the country. To realize this objective, we have put in place a wide range of interventions to guide, regulate, attract, and protect investments in the ICT sector. We have in place a comprehensive national ICT policy that spells out standards to guide the sector and ensure quality and compatibility of digital devices to facilitate uptake and application of ICTs by businesses and individuals. We have also formulated a wide range of vibrant legal instruments to regulate and protect investments in the sector. For instance, the government has enacted the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, which principally deals with emergent incidents of abuse and misuse of digital devices and online platforms to aid in combating committing of crime online. Similarly, we have developed the Data Protection Act to protect the privacy and confidentiality of citizens online. On the infrastructure front, the government has laid down over 6,000 kilometers of the national optic fiber backbone infrastructure across the whole country. As I speak, all county headquarters of the national and county government are connected to broadband to facilitate access of e-government services. Ladies and gentlemen, I note that the NSE mobile app we are launching today is a one-stop shop access to the market that provides knowledge, information, and updates on the various securities on the market. This is no doubt a milestone for the exchange, and we congratulate you on this achievement. Indeed, this will go a long way in driving a savings and investments culture, as well as boosting investor confidence in this challenging but opportune moment. With those remarks, I thank you, and let us have investing go digital. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam CAS. Mithe, did you know the blueprint spells out most of the things that we've done already as a capital markets?
Tell me more.
Well, we have the infrastructure already. One.
What is infrastructure? Is it the roads? Because I'm not too sure I want to go there. Or is
Not
it technology?
ICT is there.
ICT.
NSE has provided us with a platform. What else do you need?
Apart from hashtag investing going digital, response, Nikwaya, investing goes, I need to hear. Thank you. If you're on the webinar, what are we saying? Send us a video, hashtag investing goes digital. So that's why we are here. What else has been captured from this conversation, Kanye?
So we need to drive the digital culture. And for us to do that, government, in terms of giving us policy, has provided for that platform. So it's for us to take that opportunity and drive it.
Do you know what I have heard, Kanye? At least I heard I'm not 52. Then the second thing that I have heard from all the speeches that we have been listening to earlier in the day is the government has put out the digital platform for us to be able to move to the next thing. The best thing that I have heard, digital business. Digital business, now the question becomes, how do we facilitate capital inflow and outflow from different investment classes using the digital railroads that have been laid out for us? The other thing that I have heard, Kanye, indulge me, I am not 35 and below, but I feel 24, so mini youth, nitajita youth, kidogo too, and no hating out there. I'm just consider me Mbitha the part of the youth. But another exciting thing that I'm hearing is when we say investing goes digital, we are saying that we are getting a gateway to what we are saying here. We have seen people watching us from Australia, people watching us from the diaspora saying they are excited and they hope they can finally be able to gain access to this market. And the final thing I want to say is this. This is the thing I keep hearing. 5% of the people who trade on the NSE are retail investors. And because I'm standing here as a woman today and I am young, age 24, quote unquote, I am young. And when you look at those statistics, the trades are dominated by men. So I ask myself, what are we not getting? So I'm looking to be empowered by information by this app. I am looking to get access. And for those people who are in spaces where you don't want people to know what you're doing, you know, when you're on your mobile phone and you trade, no one has an update.
It's very private.
So what's the hashtag?
Investing goes digital.
I want to hear what your takeout was.
Well, at least I heard the chairman CMA say we'll have e-IPOs.
E-IPOs.
That's a big statement.
That's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, am I excited?
Yes.
I'm waiting to download my application.
You're waiting to download it.
Yes,
Okay.
and this is the best time to do so.
Okay.
Should we invite Wagema and...
We should. I really wish we could be able to clap. I don't think I'm feeling it. You know, the big DJs, they're like, pull up! Then you see the screen go, you know. So let's give our own excitement. We're excited. Yay!
Yeah, and for those of us listening us through Zoom, you can actually do that on Zoom.
Yes.
There's a way you can emulate and just show something that you're also excited and with us.
Okay, so then we can go through the demonstration. Please usher in into that space.
Sure. Allow us to invite Wagema and Rena Hicks to come and demonstrate to us how do we download this app, how do we use it, and we start investing. Welcome. Yes, we are ensuring that everyone is well protected, social distance.
Investing has now gone digital with the Nairobi.
All right, indeed, investing goes digital. We are super excited. Thank you very much, Mbide. Thank you very much, Kanye. And I'm here with Rena Hicks. So it is really a great day, and we are really super excited. Rena, how's your morning?
I'm very excited. Good morning, everyone. We have come to the exciting session of this morning when we actually show you how this works.
Yes, you know, when I woke up this morning, I was just thinking, and these are the words, the thoughts that came into my mind, that innovation is a journey. And I know we started this journey quite some time back to where we are right now. And for those who have not been able to log in into the app, we'd like to have them have the opportunity to actually get to download the app and also be able to participate with us, so that as we go through this app, we want you to be with us on this journey.
Yes, behavior change is here. Actually, everybody from, our grandmothers, our mothers, our children, everybody's adopting technology, and we have not been left behind as an industry. And so what is exciting for us is we were prepared for this season. So we are carrying everybody along with us, even as we carry on. So I think we can go ahead and show them how this works.
Yes, we can do. And for those who are in the International Space Center, we also have you covered. So there's internet there, and you can all log in. So we'll have a small clip just to show you how to download the app, and I'll allow the video team to go ahead and play it. Thank you.
Investing has now gone digital with the Nairobi Securities Exchange application. To get the app, go to your Play Store or App Store, download and install the Nairobi Securities Exchange app. Here you will get market statistics, personalized notifications, financial news, and much more. Start your investment journey and keep getting regular updates.
So wherever you are, you can go to Play Store and you can be able to download. We'll have the video playing shortly so that you can all get it well.
Yeah, I think the video is ready.
Investing has now gone digital with the Nairobi Securities Exchange application. To get the app, go to your Play Store or App Store, download and install the Nairobi Securities Exchange app. Here you will get market statistics, personalized notifications, financial news, and much more. Start your investment journey and keep getting regular updates on the app. The Nairobi Securities Exchange app. Investing goes digital.
Have it. So I believe you've been able to go to the App Store or the iOS App Store and also the Play Store and download the app. So if you've been able to do that, we'll be able to take you through the process. So I'll go ahead and I've shared my screen so you can be able to see. So I'll go ahead. I already registered, and like we said, I think it's because of all the people who've registered online, our chief guests and all guests that are present online and also here. I think the market is really green. That means it's testament that we are all doing very well. So when you log in, I had Mbide say that this ticker and all this information has actually gone to your phone. So what we've been able to achieve is we've been able to bring the market to your palm top. So if you can be able to see my screen, which is already scrolling, you can see the ticker at the top, and you can see the market is open. So I'm sure people are really busy already keying in their orders and interacting with the market. So we also have some graphs that are there available, where we have the NSE 25 share, the NSE 20 share, and then the all share index. So all these are available, and as you can see, we are having a bull run. Yeah, for all those who are watching, a bull run is, someone said it in Swahili, it's ng'ombe ndume. So soko ng'ombe ndume. So for all the people who are watching online, that means we are having a bull run. The market is actually doing very well. It is going up, and you can be able to see that. We also have summarized for you the top gainers. These are the different companies that are already appreciating in value. So as you can see, we have Capchorwa, we have TPS Serena, we have Unga, and they have different codes and the full names that are there. And then you are able to see by how much they have been able to appreciate. Next, we have the top losers. Like Mbide said, Mbide is actually a stocks analyst, and she does a beautiful job. You buy low and sell high. So the ones that are low, you actually have an opportunity to actually get into the market. And of course, we have the movers. The movers are the huge transactions that are already taking place. So you can see leading is Safaricom, we have KCB, we have Britam, and you can see the entire list. So as you can see, indeed, it's a good day. We remember Ken Walibora. Ken Walibora said, siku njema hujulikana asubuhi, and we still remember him. So you can see, indeed, today is a great day. So Rina.
Yes, David. So I want to just clarify also that the NSE is a gateway. So you can choose the different market participants or brokers that you want to use to trade. And so you would just link on the app. I'm going to try and share my phone. I'm not as technologically advanced as my friend David here.
All right. Maybe as you go there, then yeah, I'll take you there. Like Rina has just rightfully said, this app and what we are launching today is especially that gateway. It is a gateway to all the trading platforms. So once you go to the menu, you'll see trading. And when you click on trading, you'll be able to see trade on the NSE. It allows you to expand any of those, and you can see the different brokers that have different apps. And then we can also be able to go to the online share trading. So when you click on the brokers, you can be able to download the broker app and be able to start your investment journey. Alternatively, you can also choose share trading, online share trading, and we also have another list. So you just need to choose your preferred broker, and then you go. Today, we are privileged to have a platinum sponsor, Faida Investment Bank. So I'll go ahead, before I invite Rina to carry on, and click on Faida so that you can be able to see what happens.
So on the screen, you would have your username and password if you already have the account. If you don't, one of the things I want to show you is that you actually can click on open a new trading account, and you'll be able to go ahead and open a new account. In fact, one of the presenters said that because of the IPRS government system, we are able to actually virtually go through a KYC or know your customer process and open your account virtually. And I want to just give a big thank you to the CDSC for making it possible for us to do that. So on the Faida app, you can actually open your account if you don't have a CDS account at the moment. So the app is available on Play Store, on Google Play, and so on. I think, David, you have to stop sharing, then I can share my
All right, just a second.
My screen.
There we go.
Awesome. So I'll just share mine now. Sorry. I hope this works.
I think we are really living in exciting times where everything, especially, they say every cloud has a silver lining. And I think one of the silver linings of COVID-19 is actually innovation. And so everything is now available, especially digitally in different industries. And we are glad the same is happening with us in the capital markets.
Okay, I hope the technology does not fail me. Can you see the screen now?
I can see your screen.
Okay, super.
Yes. So Rina, are you 24 like Mbide, or what is happening? I can see you're so savvy.
Okay, I'm just keying in my password now and logging in. Okay, so on the screen you can see you have Market Watch, where if you click on Market Watch, you can see what's happening. If I click, let's say, on, I don't know which one, say Britam, for example, you can see the market depth, you can see the demand, the price, the supply, the volumes, and if you want to buy or sell, you go back, and then you can click in to buy an order. And so to buy shares or sell. You also have your watch list, which is where I have just clicked now, which is a section where you can decide these are the stocks I'm watching and I want to go ahead and trade. If you want to trade, you can just go ahead and click trade. You can click buy or sell. You click on the market you want to trade in, and then put in your price and go ahead and trade. You can modify your order. You can see your statement from what the beginning date to the end date. If you want to see your portfolio valuation, you can click there and it comes on. We also have stock picks, and stock picks is our recommendation. So if you click on stock picks, you'll be able to go ahead and see what we're recommending as your buys or your sales and what's happening. In addition to that, you can actually go and look at the news. There's a section written news there, and if you click on news, you'll see what news is in the different dailies and what's happening, and you can even drill down to the particular stock you want to find out more about. So if, let's say, you want to invest in ABSA or NCBA or whichever stock, you can click, select your stock, and go ahead and see the news around that particular stock. Now, the most other amazing thing is you can pay and deposit money. So you can go to Lipa na M-Pesa, you put in your phone number. I'm sorry, it seems to have failed me. But let's just go back there. My internet has an issue. Yeah, so there you go. So you can click in your CDS. The CDS account number is already there. You put in your phone number, the amount of money you want to deposit, click deposit, and your Safaricom M-Pesa will just bring in the window where you click in your password. You can also see how to send your bank through a bank transfer, and it will be credited automatically in your system, in your statement, and you will be able to trade. And so you can do all this from the palm of your hand. You don't need to leave your home or your office, and you can go ahead and trade. So digital is now here with us, David.
Yes, and I like that, and thank you so much. I know we are strained for time, and we would have loved to take you step by step, but from this time, what we are doing today, I said it's a journey. So this is just the beginning, and we'll be able to take you through in understanding how to invest and even how to use these apps. So going on, we have an exciting campaign that we're having as a capital markets between now and until even December and going into the future. We'll have now more people coming and being able to explain. And talking of a journey, allow me to show you one more thing. The last time we were challenged, and we have a digital blueprint, as our chief guest has mentioned, and we have an exciting future that is out there for us, and that is actually being able to use also artificial intelligence and also chatbot. So we are privileged today, and I'll just quickly show you something about the future and how it is going to look like. So on your screen, you can be able to see a chatbot. Yeah, we have a chatbot that is there, and the chatbot is actually going to allow us to be able to actually key in orders like you're trading on WhatsApp. So
it's basically like chatting on WhatsApp.
Yes.
You're sending a message.
You're sending a message, yeah. And actually you'll be able to trade. So I've logged into Faida, and like Rina was able to show us, I have Faida there. I can be able to just click on a button, and then I'm able to see the value. Please don't see how much I have in my account. Yeah, but I'm just sharing so that you can be able to appreciate. You can also be able to place an order. So it is actually interactive, where it is able to also communicate with you. So it tells me you can buy shares in the market or sell from your existing holdings. Please select action. So I can choose to buy, or let me choose to sell. When I choose to sell, it will check you've entered 2 fews. I can enter some securities for me to be able to sell. So maybe today I've made some money on BAT. So I can be able to choose BAT, and then I can be able to see the price of BAT. So I can be able to go there, and then I choose the number of securities that I want to sell. So that is 200, and then it asks me whether I want to have a limit order or a market order. Market order is the price that is going on in the market, so I can choose limit, and then it allows me to put in a price. So I want to sell it at 300. It gives me the range, and then I should be able to do.
That's awesome that it gives you a range. So you're not guessing. You know, you don't have to go looking for a newspaper. What was the price yesterday? The chatbot shows you it is between 287 and 351, and so you're able to place your order.
Yes, so you actually can be able to confirm, and once you've confirmed, then it tells you the order has gone in. Indeed, innovation is a journey, and we are on the right path. So in future, more exciting things you'll be getting to see, even on this space. So thank you very much, Rina. And I believe out there, wherever you are tuned in, you already have downloaded the NSE app. Probably you've already gone to a broker. Rina did mention to us, with the help of CDSC, you can open an account very, very fast. So we are hoping we are all investing. As you can see, it is a value market. A lot of things are taking place. So don't miss this investment opportunity. Go ahead and invest. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sanitize, stay home and trade. We are sanitizing, staying home and hashtag. No, this class, you know, you're the people we are following. Hashtag. Mr. Sam Kimani, I cannot hear your voice, and I know you're louder. Thank you. Okay, investing goes digital. Kanye?
Investing goes digital.
The people in our webinar, I can't hear you, but what are we charting? Hashtag
Investing goes digital.
Okay, so this has been a very exciting series of having the captains of industry walking us through the structure and the product diversity that this part of the capital markets has to offer us. Now, we are doing very well on time. And you know what, Kanyi? The best thing about technology is Kenyans can finally keep time.
Keep time and catch up.
So we have another first. Over and above just having a digital platform, the digital space is also allowing us to be able to keep time. So perhaps our pole can move into something else.
Correct.
All right. So now we are getting into the second part of our program. If you are just joining us, welcome. Our hashtag is Investing Goes Digital. We would like to know where you're watching us from and any questions that you would like. And the session that we are preparing for is the panel discussion. This should take us 1 hour, about 45 minutes of presentations. Then we take your questions. After that, Kanye, we'll have the launch. Then another session that will be targeting the SMEs in terms of trying to address the capital constraints. However, we do have questions from our audience virtually.
Already, yes. And everyone is asking, one, do I need a CDS account when I'm using the app? And I think I would like to invite Paul Mwai to come and tell us, do I need a CDS account?
Do we need a CDS account? Bear with us. We are sanitizing everything. So just bear with us as we continue to sanitize, and our hashtag is Investing Goes Digital.
Oh, yes, yes. The CDS is a depository of your shares, and anybody who invests in the stock exchange must open a CDS account. You will be able to do that through the app from your broker. If you click for the ones that have the option of opening an account, you can fill in your details, send those details through to the CDSC. And CDSC will facilitate the opening of the account and send us a CDS account number to your broker, and that will then now be fed back to you. So the whole process is fully automated. You need a CDS account, but you can do it on the app. Thank you.
End-to-end digitized.
End-to-end digitization. Thank you.
Fantastic. The next question we have is, how many of your members are on the platform?
Oh, I think they are. I think it's clear we have quite a number of stockbrokers, trading participants on the platform. We have about 5 with their own app where you can link up to the app, And we have about the rest of the market giving you the solution where you can either log in online on your computer or effectively on your laptop. So it's an online solution. So the entire market, all the brokers will provide you at least the online solution.
And then finally, one last question. Why should I go through a broker?
Why should you go through a broker? It's a good question. The stock exchange is the facilitator for exchanging, and you need to go through the broker because trading through the stock exchange is only accessible through the broker. So you cannot trade directly because the way the stock exchange works is that you need a buyer and a seller, and the broker's job is to get the buyer and the seller, and the stock exchange provides a platform within which the buyer and the seller meet. So inevitably, to access for the stock exchange to operate, we need trading participants, and that's inevitable. So yes.
Thank you, Paul, for that.
Thank you.
All right. Good. Here, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite the next set of panelists to come and join us.
Okay, so we have a very exciting space, but let's just, for the benefit of our audiences, introduce you to this panel conversation. Now, we are trying to understand the impact of this digital decision that the NSE has taken and brought to you in terms of providing the gateway to the capital markets and what it means for you. We want to have a discussion around policy, what has been done to enable this. We want to have a conversation from industry players. What does this mean for them? And we also want to have a conversation from the investors. As we had mentioned earlier, Kanye, it's a very amazing day because we are running a dual webinar. We have participants from the NSE trading floor, and we also have participants who are joining us virtually. So in as much as investing goes digital, our world is going to digital, and I think this has been the underlining thing that has come out of COVID. We've been able to innovate. In that regard, we will invite our chief guest. That's the Chief Administration Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, Madam Maureen Mbaka. And we'll also be joined on the podium by the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Markets Authority, Mr. Wycliffe Shamir. Karibuni sana. I think as we're setting up, we have one or two questions for the both of you just to keep it a bit light as we get our other virtual members online, as we confirm that. Okay. So if you're part of our web audience, again, continue to tell us where you're watching us from. We are continuing to take your questions. We will be answering you. And as far as time is concerned, I hope you haven't decided to leave us. If you do, leave your phone on, keep your mic on mute, keep your video on mute. Then we're going into this session that should take us about 40 or so minutes. Welcome. Just give us a few minutes as we just confirm if our other virtual guests are available. All right. Okay. So, with us on the podium, near Kanye, we are joined by the Chief Administrative Secretary. Maybe you can wave to our audience. All right. Karibu sana. We were tempted to deviate from the program and ask you if you have invested and where. Before you make your keynote speech.
Thank you. Thank you for that question, and thank you for having me on your panel this morning. On whether I've invested or not, I think just as the demonstration was being hidden on what was on the screen, I think I'll also hide that. But I would like to once more congratulate the NSE on going digital, because being a young person, I'm actually in the demographic constitutionally between the age of 18 to 35, so I am part of the young people, and to have investment going digital, it will definitely be more accessible to young people. So I'll definitely be more active on the platform now. Thank you.
You can see that technology makes the young wiser. That was a good question. Then we are joined by Mr. Wycliffe Shamir, who is the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Markets Authority. Welcome. Just by way of introduction, have you invested? Can you tell us if this app makes your life easier? Sorry about that.
Thank you very much. And I think your question is directed at the regulator, and therefore given that I do coordinate and supervise the market, it is by choice that you also avoid taking certain positions on certain counters, because then you have more information than most of the other people. So by choice, not very much in investing.
Wow, thank you very much. I'll take that from you. I think we're getting there in terms of policy. You're getting the sense that there are proper procedures that are put in place to ensure that nobody is abusing the powers and the information that we have. I will go to the online panel, and I can see our panelists are there. We are joined by Professor Bitanga Ndemo. Maybe you can wave at us and give us a shout. The key question we are starting off is, are we invested? Does today make sense for you? Welcome, Professor Ndemo. Okay. Just give us a second. Bear with us.
Hello.
All right. We have a comment there from Mr. Gitao Masharia. He says, it's a great start to this journey. Let us not stop here. Let's continue. Mr. Bitanga, we have you there. We know you for your famous shorts and suit and tie. I don't know if you can hear us.
You want me to start?
Okay, please unmute your mic. We are very excited to see you, but we cannot hear you.
Okay, let me check whether I...
Okay, just give us a second. Maybe it's... Sorry. Just give us a second. Can you hear us? Put up your hand if you can hear us. Can you hear us, Professor? Thank you. We can't hear you. Just give us a second. Give us a second. Give us a second. Okay, so we'll just keep taking the comments. So our online audience can hear the professor, but we cannot hear. Just give us 1 second. This is the beauty about a launch and technology, and we are here to just make your time as exciting. I wish you could even just ask Mr. Nyashinsky to wave his hand, wave his dreads, drop us a line, because the audience can hear you except for us. Wave at us, Mr. Nyashinsky. You have to shake your dreads. Dreadi lazima mboyu. Lazima. We are waiting for Nyashinsky's dread to tell us he's with us. Okay.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. I will try not to shout. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Professor Ndemo. We'll just start with a brief introduction from you. Thank you. If you can hear us, Professor Ndemo, please go ahead and speak. Okay, just give us 1 second. Mr. Nyashinsky, can you hear us? Can you speak? We try and hear you. Okay, Nyashinsky, give me 1 second. Now we can hear Professor Ndemo. Please, Professor Ndemo, are you invested? What does today mean for you before we just start off the official panel?
I think it's a great day that we're beginning to digitize everything. And if anyone who has understood what corporate industrial revolution is about, it's actually about digitalization and making it possible, more efficient for people to participate. You would see that many Kenyans in the diaspora would now be able to participate without going through third parties, because we have made it possible to do that. So this is a great day for everybody, not just us here, but across the world.
Thank you, Prof, and thank you and welcome. Nyash, are you invested?
Yes.
Fantastic. Welcome, Yash. Maybe you can wave with us. Can you hear us? seem to have lost Nyash. Beatrice. Yes, we can see some movement. Hi.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Very good. Welcome, Karibu.
Thank you.
So I think we'll just start. And I hope Nyash and Prof can hear us. So on stage we have the other panelists. That is the CAS, Madam Maureen Baka, and the acting CEO, CMA, Wycliffe Shamia.
Thank you very much. Again, as we are integrating technology, I think the format of this panel, we will start with our members who are on the NSE trading floor, just to ensure that we are not getting an echo. Then we'll take their presentations, and we hope to be able to get the key theme flowing in terms of the messaging. Then we'll start off with our chief guest, the Chief Administration Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, Madam Maureen Baku, and then we will go to the Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Capital Markets Authority, Mr. Wycliffe Shamia. Then we will go to our online panel. We will start with Professor Bitangendemo, and then he will be followed by Dr. Beatrice Njeru, and then we will finish up with Nishinsky. This is what we hope to achieve. We want to be able to talk to policy, we want to be able to talk to industry, we want to be able to talk to investing in this space. Our hashtag is Investing Goes Digital. We would just want to hear from each of you for at least 3 minutes. What are your key proponents? What is the thing that you see? What's the opportunity, and how do we move forward? We'll start off with you, Madam Maureen Baku. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I think to contribute to your question, what I would be giving is the government's view as addressed in my keynote speech. What the government is doing is creating an enabling environment and ecosystem for ICTs and innovation to thrive. So we are doing this, the government is doing this by having enabling legislations, policy frameworks in place. As I talked about, the blue economy blueprint, the digital economy blueprint. Other than that, there's of course the Vision 2030, which is the government's development roadmap as at now, which recognizes the role of ICT in the growth of the economy. There's also the National ICT Policy, which further drives this. And all these policies together actually mention the critical role of ICT in driving the growth, not only of the Sustainable Development Goals, but also Vision 2030 and the Big Four agenda. So to speak more on the digital economy blueprint, which is Kenya's roadmap for the digital transformation of our economy. The framework aims to improve Kenya's and also Africa's ability to leapfrog economic growth by harnessing ICTs. It aims to create an ecosystem that facilitates digital transactions nationally, regionally, and globally. So it has 5 key focus areas, which is digital government, digital business, infrastructure, innovation-driven entrepreneurship, and digital skills and values. So for today's theme, which is driving a digital investment culture, this would fall under the key focus area of digital business. So which is one of the key pillars of the digital economy blueprint. So the digital business focus areas aims to have digital financial services for all to enable access and widespread participation, to support growth of digital financial services that lead to financial inclusion,